And now, Working Man Radio with your host, Joe Lyles.
This is what the right-wing talk radio industry has built itself as a reaction to that kind of overbearing hectoring, of moral finger wagging, of name calling and saying you're a bigot. There are bigots. They exist. But you don't have to wag your finger at them. In fact, you would probably accomplish more by just ignoring it and leaving it alone and talking about the stuff that's important. Because if you wear a white sheet and go to Ku Klux Klan rallies at night, you still need full employment at decent wages. That's still good for you, and you should vote for it. And if you're putting on your Ku Klux Klan hood and going to meetings at night and you're pulling the lever for the politicians who are putting the policies in place that are good for working people, I don't really care how you spend your time at night. Kind of like how I don't care how those gay men are spending their nights either. What you do on your own time is your business. Just make sure you're voting for the correct policies. Stop voting for Wall Street's interests. If you want to wear a white hood and dance around a burning cross in the evening, go knock yourself out. As long as you're not voting for Wall Street's interests, you're voting for your interests. And I will leave you alone, and I will not hector you, and I will not waggle my finger at you. Which brings me around. This is just a little sample of what I'm talking about. I've been talking about getting on. I'm going to start going on YouTube, and I'm going to start finding the people saying things like the offensive things in the conversation that is now taking place on YouTube. This is where the national conversation is taking, and I'm going to go there. And I'm going to start finding people, and I'm going to start talking back to them, because you can do that. Kind of like the Rush Limbaugh lie of the day, only we're going, instead of Rush Limbaugh, we're going to go catch the nonsense coming out of the mouths of ordinary people that you've never heard of. And a lot of times you hear stuff coming out of the mouths of ordinary people that you will never hear on TV, because people in the media, because nobody wants to say these things out loud. This is the other trick of right-wing talk radio. They say things that people are thinking, but that nobody will say on NBC News. I found a guy. His name is Dan Cartman. He is, and I'm not exactly sure. He is on a channel. The channel is called Some Gray Bloke. It's this cartoon character that looks like a kind of a ghost. He actually looks kind of like a penis with ears. He's gray, and he has an English accent. And this guy, Dan Cartman, has videos that's on this Some Gray Bloke's channel. I looked at it, trying to figure out, is he getting somebody else's channel and putting that stuff, or what's he doing? It appears that the guy's piggybacking, and it might be the same guy. Dan Cartman might be doing the voice, and that's it in the cartoon. I don't really know. All I know is what Dan Cartman, as himself, says. His thesis is that straight white men are oppressed. Now, the guy he's funny, and he has a kind of a tongue-in-cheek presentation style to him, and I'm not sure how seriously he makes this statement. I'm not sure to what extent that he is not being satirical. So let me say that up front. But because I'm not sure, there are people watching him who take him seriously. Even if he's not taking himself seriously, there are people watching him who take him seriously. Kind of like Rush Limbaugh. It's not always clear that Rush Limbaugh takes himself seriously, but the people that listen to him sure do. So the other day he posted this video, and the title of the video was that that racism and sexism and gender discrimination, or I forget how he put it, racism and sexism were not that bad. They're the effects of them were not that serious. That a lot of concerns about racism and sexism are overblown. And of course, he's poking liberals with a stick. Basically, if they're going to hector you, then go poke them with a stick and make them hector you. I've taken that approach to the conservatives, because all hectoring is just intimidation. It's a form of bullying, and liberals do it, and conservatives do it. And I don't believe in it. So at any rate, this guy's talking, and he mentions white men, and he says, and have any of you thanked us, because this is a white guy, have any of you out there thanked us for creating our modern world?
I mean, if you want to show us some respect for single-handedly building this entire civilization you enjoy without any help or support from anyone, then that'd be nice. But hey, no biggie.
Have any of you out there thanked us? Us? And this is my response. It's simple. Because, this is something people get bent out of shape. Well, maybe you didn't create such a great world after all. We have the world with TV sets and air conditioning and refrigerators, and we sent men to the moon. And by we, I mean society in the United States. I don't mean just the white folks. But who is this we, Dan? What did you do to build this world we live in? What did you build, Dan? What did you do? Where may I look for your contribution to the creation of this world? We? What, you think you get some credit for something somebody else did because he has the same skin color as you? Why don't you take my challenge I issued the other day? Go find the richest guy in town and knock on his door. And when he answers, and it'll be a white guy, probably, most likely. It might not be, but most likely it'll be a white guy. Knock on the door. When the white guy, who's the richest guy in town, answers the door and say, hey, you're white, I'm white, give me some money. I earned it because I'm white like you. Try that, Dan. Tell me how it works. Like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. You've been listening to Working Man Radio with Joe Lyle at joelylesradio.com.